Good day, welcome back to My Neck of the Woods. My name is Dika, where I share my experience, my knowledge, hoping to lessen your learning curve along the way. So today I'm going to talk about Facebook and how I think, and I think many other people, Facebook is absolutely blowing up and killing some of these sort of nonchalant areas or non-accessible areas that we have fished over the years. But before I get started, please sub the channel and like some of my videos, all right? So, Facebook. What does Facebook do to fishing? I think it kills it. I think it kills some of these spots that we as fishermen, maybe we go out of our way to fish, or we try to find, we're always looking for unpressured areas, like fish that haven't been caught, or areas that haven't been fished, especially bank fishermen. Bank fishermen have limited access, and I remember when I was a kid, I would go and sort of walk along the pond edge looking for a better spot to fish. And there was one time I actually found one. I found one, and I followed some deer trails out to a long area of the pond or the lake, and I got there and I fished there for years. I fished there up until, I'm 47 now, and I fished there up until, I don't know, I'm going to say a good 20, 25 years I fished there, and no one was ever there. I always caught fish there too. And it was great being alone. I think that was the key of it, being alone and catching fish. Until I brought a friend, well, not even a friend of a friend. And I said, oh yeah, I'll show you the spot that I fish, And then that person posted on Facebook, oh, I went out fishing with so-and-so, posted a picture of the fish and the location, the GPS location, and there was some scenery in the background where maybe you could depict where you were. And within a year, there are more people in that spot than I don't even go to the spot anymore. It's such a shame. I had been going for 20 years, and because I showed someone and someone posted it on Facebook, the spot is completely blown up. Now, are the fish still there? Yes. I've fished that area with my kayak many times, and the fish are still there. But it's the amount of traffic that it brings to a spot. This is what Facebook is doing. So there are many people out there, they post a fish, and that's fine. You post a fish, and you're proud of a fish, and you want to put it on Facebook. I do the same thing, but I try to leave defining areas in the background out of it. I try to. Because there are people on Facebook that will say, oh, I know where that spot is, and they will go there. And not only will they go there, they will fish there often. Now, chances are maybe they catch a fish there, maybe they don't catch a fish there, but it drives more traffic to these sort of out-of-reach areas that we as fishermen who tend to put our time in have, put the work in and found these spots, as opposed to someone just goes on Facebook and they find it. So as we're always looking for spots that have little access and potentially fish that haven't been caught or touched or aren't pressured. I guess that's the best way to do it. Sorry. What it does is it creates crazy traffic to an area. So has Facebook killed fishing spots? I don't think it's killed fishing spots, but it's drawn crazy traffic to areas that were probably untouched, especially in the kayak world and the boating world. And there's many applications out there like FishBrain. FishBrain is a nightmare. I had no idea what FishBrain did until I bought it. Well, I didn't buy it. I bought the free version, and I looked at it, and there are people out there that they take a photo of the fish that they caught, and it hits their GPS location as to exactly where they are on a pond. That can be problematic for people that love to fish. And I'm not saying the people that are blowing up these spots are bad. I'm just saying maybe it's the application in Facebook and things like that are causing the problems. Because we as fishermen, me as a fisherman, so I'll go to an area and I'll give you a real life example here. As a real life example, I had this little honey hole of a pond. I say had. This honey hole of a pond that had really tough access. It wasn't easy to get a kayak in there, and it didn't have a lot of shore fishing. And I had brought some, and I had fished there for upwards of 20 years, and I had brought lots of friends there and told them, I said, just try to keep this spot secret, because not a lot of people fish here, but I do like fishing with my buddies and so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. One of them, one time, posted, not long after we left, a defining background of this area and a location, a GPS location on Facebook. Shortly after that, the place had completely been overrun by people. Now, prior to that, and it wasn't like a no-name pond. It was just a small rinky-dink pond that no one really fished. Now, the traffic there is unbelievable. And this is like 4 or 5 years later. And now more and more people are posting pictures of because it's a small pond that produces big fish and usually produces big fish all the time. And has a good amount of water. So that's my story to it also. And you'll see now you'll see like people like they'll scribble out the backgrounds and then post their fish. But I want to know what you think. I want to know what you think. Do you think Facebook is killing fishing spots? I personally think it's not necessarily killing the spot because they still have to catch the fish. They have to get there and they have to be skilled enough to catch the fish. But even a blind squirrel can find a nut every once in a while. And you would think that chances are that people are going to these spots, not catching a fish, and then not returning. But with Facebook and FishBrain and all these other stuff, all these other things that are out there, there are tons of people flocking to these areas just wanting to catch big fish, potentially without putting the work in. All right. That's all I got for you. Please put down in the comments if you think that Facebook is killing our fishing spots. All right. Be well. Sub the channel.